Hi, welcome to Family. We've got your back. Today we're talking about something that nobody wants to do. Or, well,
some people do.
Yeah. I don't know who they are. No, I'm teasing. It's work. Obviously, Trent dressed up for it today, just like when we went to it's backwards. Man, myth, legend with a hammer. That's what his shirt says. Just like the rodeo episode.
Yep.
He dressed up for the work episode. He is working. And
work it.
Oh, okay, we're done. But we wanted to talk about work today because studies show that when you are a hard worker, you have developed developed characteristics that are conducive to a healthy, happy living style of living, whereas people who avoid effort are not, well, on the whole, for the most part, are not contributing members of society. They are more entitled and take more than they give. And so it is our premise that we want to be responsible, contributing members of society and to raise responsible, contributing members of society.
Right.
And so work is part of that. So the definition, the first one that is that I looked up in 2 different dictionaries. And the first one is to perform or carry through a task requiring sustained effort or continuous repeated operations. And the second one was activity involving mental or physical effort done in order to achieve a purpose or result. Something a person has to do. I thought that was interesting that work was defined as something people have to do.
Yeah. It is interesting because, a lot of people don't think they have to do this. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that.
We're saying living, like eating, the consequence is cleaning up and washing the dishes.
If you're going to consume, then you should help.
Yes.
With either the preparing or the putting away, or both, right?
Yeah,
it's
like if you go to cooking school, they teach you if you cook, you clean up. Yeah. Period. Like that's the rule.
Yep.
And so we're saying work is a consequence of life.
Yep.
It's like if you don't want an outhouse, then you need to clean your bathroom. If you have an outhouse, you have to clean your outhouse. Yeah. Anyway, so work is a consequence of life.
Right.
And so if you avoid your consequences, like we were saying in weeks before, it's not responsible.
Well, and also, too, work isn't a negative thing.
No.
Just because you have to do it doesn't mean that it can be negative. We learned from Mary Poppins, there's an element of fun in everything that must be done.
That's right.
So, and it can be.
So find the fun.
Maybe not fun.
And
snap.
The job's a game. Sorry. But we like Mary Poppins.
Yeah. But seriously, even if it's not fun, it can be very fulfilling.
Yes.
It should be very fulfilling.
Well,
when you imagine, when you consider what you're actually accomplishing.
Right.
So.
Yeah. There's Calvin and Hobbes, favorite comic strip ever. Calvin takes his dad's glasses and walks into the room wearing them and says, "Calvin, go do something you hate. It builds character." And the mom is rolling on the floor laughing, and dad's like, "It wasn't that funny." It is. Oh, it is. But yeah, doing something that you don't want to do, doing builds something character. That you hate, that's boring, gross, whatever you want to define it as, those daily tasks of, cleaning up after yourself and doing your laundry and cleaning your bathrooms and doing your dishes and making food and all these things that are done on a daily basis, showering even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That are defined as work, and the things that you need to do. And we're not talking about the things that you do to make money so that you can survive. We're talking about family work, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
daily chores, the chores of life. So that, earning money is a whole nother episode. This one is the stuff you do free as a consequence to surviving.
Right. Yeah.
And so and Trent said something earlier. He said, it's not a choice. You just do it. Right. And I said, no, it's you've made the choice to do it. So stop remaking it every time and just do it. You've already made the choice.
It's a habit.
Okay, everybody helps clean up after dinner. You've made the choice that that's what your family does. Mm-hmm. And so you go and do it and stop forcing yourself to remake that choice every week.
And there will always be pushback, especially with little kids and teenagers even, right? There's always going to be some pushback. But if they understand, if you understand that this is what we do, then it's like, oh, okay, before we can do this, we have to deal with the consequences of dinner.
Yes. If you want to eat, the consequence is cleaning.
Well, and if you want to do this next thing, then the consequence, you have to clean before you can move on to this other thing. And there's no emotion involved. It's just, this is what we do.
Yeah, exactly. If you take the emotion out of it and just have it be something you do. And it can also be something that, because it's mindless and repetitive and daily, it can be an opportunity to be with your children or your family member or whatever. So like you do the dishes together and you talk while you do the dishes and you create memories and you make it a favorite time to be together.
Right.
And not about the chore or the task. So, but Trent is really good at taking the emotion out of
chores,
ucky stuff and just doing it and getting it done. My mom would turn on music.
And I do. I enjoy doing the dishes because I can just kind of zone out of everything. It's a way to decompress. Mm-hmm. And there was times when we were having rough times, and I would just need to, do something productive.
Yeah, I was sick a lot,
and it was the way that it was the way that I coped. Yeah, I need to do something small that will help me get into a good space. And doing
control
the dishes
over your environment in some way that was so out of control, because it was like I could do much when I was sick. Yeah. I just couldn't. I couldn't function. I was not a functioning human. Like survival. If nobody died at the end of the day, then it was a successful day. And
we had a lot of successful days.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
But a lot of the housework fell on Trent because I was just a non-functioning human. Mm. And so a lot of it did. And that's something that did not help me I'm saying that wrong. His help and the character that he built because he did those chores, I did not receive.
Yeah.
So now that I'm working full time, it is hard getting up every day when I'm tired because I don't sleep much. And so for the past 20 so years, that's when I would get my sleep, is after he would get up and go to work. Yeah. And then I would get a couple of solid, good sleep hours. I don't get that now. And so I'm tired all the time and I'm on my feet all day.
Yeah.
And it's hard because I'm used to being sick. I'm used to not doing things.
Not used to having a 12-hour day.
Illness.
Yeah.
The habit of illness is hard to break. And so it's like, I don't want to get up today. I'm tired.
Yep.
And I'm sure, and since I can't have caffeine, it makes me sick. I'm just tired. And so I have to figure out how to behave myself when I'm tired.
Sure.
And it's not fun. Work for me, it's not fun, but it's something I have to do so that we can eat. And so yeah. So work is something that you have to do. And if you avoid it, you don't build the character. And if you are successful in figuring out how to work, even people who figure out how to exercise consistently. are better at getting things done when life gets hard.
Yeah.
Than people like me who like give themselves an excuse, an out. And so, yeah, now that I'm learning how to work, I figured we better talk about it.
Well,
it's hard.
And you know, people recognize people who know how to work too.
Yes, they do.
They value them. They appreciate them a lot. And so you get I mean, maybe if you have a good situation, then people are going to support you in your desire to become a harder worker.
Yeah.
Because that is part of being a healthy, happy individual.
Yeah. Do not, the momentary pleasure that you get from avoiding the effort of life-sustaining activities is so empty.
Yeah.
But the reward you get for the consistent daily efforts is far greater than that momentary empty happiness.
Well, and then you have guilt too. I mean, guilt takes every pleasure away.
And you don't have a clean house.
Yes, you have that constant
reminder. You have
a
dirty, stinky bathroom.
Like you have a constant reminder, and you have guilt, and all these things are going to be debilitating instead of uplifting.
So we're saying, learn to work.
Learn to work.
Teach your kids to work. Be a hard worker. And we're taking our own advice, and we are going to figure out a better job chart.
Yeah, and there are systems.
You know, there's systems to do
that you can use that will help you take the emotion out of it. It's like, oh, sorry, this is your job today.
Not sorry, but hey, this is your job today.
This is your job today.
You've and so I guess what we're saying is choose.
Yep.
This is our choice, and just choose to do it. And like Trent was saying, like take the choice out of it. And sorry, it's just what we're doing. It's what we're doing.
That's the next thing.
Yeah. So make work a habit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What we're trying to say. So the action, what is it called? An activity? The
challenge.
I
think we've
we've
gone away from a lot of different things.
Action point. No, what is it? What is
activity?
In teaching, there's a call to action.
That's not it either.
No, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, there's a motivational speaker term for it, and I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I can't either.
But anyway, our homework for the week is do one thing before you go to bed that you have been avoiding every night this week. For example, if you're not a dishes doer, have the family help you with the dishes. Like everybody work together to clean up after dinner. If you're not a vacuumer, vacuum.
Yep.
Just so that the house is a little bit
cleaner
when you go to bed.
Right before dinner.
Right before bed or whatever. Yeah. Just during the day, sometime, do something you've been avoiding that is the daily maintenance of your life. Just do one thing. One thing.
Start small. Start
small, yeah.
You don't have to clean the attic.
No. And if you're a hoarder, you don't have to clean,
Yet.
Get rid of everything. Just throw away one thing. Do one thing. So yeah, we're big proponents of just start.
Yeah.
Just small step.
Get over the hump.
Yep. Get over the hump. The start the momentum going. So anyway, if you have any questions, you can message us or leave a comment. Or email me at familywevegotyourback@gmail.com. Thanks. Have a great night. Bye-bye.